Pessoal, tudo bem com vocês? Bem-vindo a mais um vídeo aqui no nosso canal. Esse é o último vídeo da saga do safari. Espero que vocês tenham assistido os outros. Para encerrar aqui, foi um passeio maravilhoso. Em breve gostaria de fazer novamente porque vale muito a pena. Você paga só a entrada e tudo ali é incluído, tá? Os passeios de barco, atividades, piscina. Você só vai pagar a parte só a alimentação. Com o vídeo, não esqueça de assistir todos e também não esqueça de fortalecer o canal. Estamos na meta de 1000 inscritos, ajuda aí a monetizar para o nosso canal crescer. Estamos no parque aquático do parque e as crianças estão mega se divertindo por aqui. Tem os restaurantes, aqui é a parte das crianças, com piscina, muita brincadeira. Ali está o restaurante. E agora vamos deixar as crianças divertir um pouquinho no parque aquático. Animaizinhos que estão nessa área aqui e aí já estamos perto da saída. Dá choque, né?
Dá muito.
Olha o cabelo de vocês, estão tudo arrupiado. Ali tem mais uma barraquinha de comida. Essa é uma das melhores áreas que tem para as crianças. Agora vamos ver os papagaios.
And I'd like to say thank you all for coming down to our presentation. It's because of your visit that we're able to continue working year-round, supporting us in education, breeding, research, and conservation. In fact, a conservation project near and dear to our hearts is the Blue-throat Macaw Recovery Project. Up here on the right, let's welcome our Blue-throat Macaw, Olivia! Now we have partnered up with the World Heritage Trust to help ensure the future of this species, hoping to impact their wild number in the near future. African Lion Star welcomed its first 2 hatched blue-throat macaws back in 2018. Since then, I'm happy to announce that we've increased our flock by 8 more chicks. Now you may be wondering, why are 10 chicks so important? Well, the reason being is that the blue-throat macaw is a critically endangered species. with less than 500 individuals located in its native habitat of Bolivia. Accordingly, 10 chicks could actually make a significant difference when trying to regenerate the number of individuals within the species. With that said, I'd like to say thank you all for waking up this morning, coming down our safari, and joining us to become conservationists for the day. Give yourselves a big round of applause. We have these two beautiful birds up nice and close. We're going to talk about parrots and a few of their key characteristics. So you'll notice first off that they have these bold, beautiful colors that do stand out in our dull safari environment. They actually blend in quite well though with the green leaves, the red and yellow fruit, and the bluish shadows of the rainforest they call home. Now both of them have a very large hooked beak, very characteristic of all parrot species. Easy to see on a macaw, but you can also see it on some of the smaller species, cockatoos. Now for a macaw, they're going to use it to crack open the large nuts they like to eat, but it's also great to be used as a third foot, which makes them very acrobatic by nature, helping them to maneuver through the canopies of the rainforest they call home. Now they do also have zygodactyl toes to help out with this. What does that big fancy word mean? Well, have a look. They have 2 toes pointing up, 2 toes pointing down. That's what allows them to have an extra branches, even allows them to use their feet like we would use our hands while they're eating. Now an impressive sight is seeing a bird as beautiful as this in flight. They're topping speeds at about 50 to 60 kilometers per hour when doing so, and they're also using their great big long tails. It's going to help them steer that flight, and they will also fan it out to use as a brake to put on a brake for a nice safe landing. Now I think Fever here, our scarlet macaw, and Olivia, our blue-throated macaw, did an excellent job showcasing these key characteristics of parrots. Let's hear it for the 2 of them. Well, there is over 10,000 different bird species on this planet. That's almost twice as many bird species as there are mammal species. So a large variety of birds call this place home. Now that means some of them are more recognizable to us, some of them are more common to us, but I think you might be a little bit surprised to find out what one of the most valuable birds is on this planet. So we don't have 1 or 2, we in fact have a few we would like to introduce you to. But in order to do so, I need you guys to do one thing, and that's make some noise. Stomp your feet, clap your hands, drum roll!
A fuga das galinhas.
Just a bunch of chickens, right? So why are they calling them valuable? Well, it's due to the impact in the poultry industry, in fact. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, feeding our families worldwide a healthy diet, that's for sure. Now, the thing is, there are more chickens on this planet than people. So I think these ladies deserve some respect because they had on home. Let's hear it for them. Alright, now we as human beings share our planet with a variety of different species. Accordingly, it's important that we take care of it. An easy way to do this is through recycling. So coming on in to show us exactly how to do that is our African pied crow. Now you may notice that the crow here in Safari looks a little different than the ones we usually see here in Canada. And this is because our crow is a common crow species found in Africa. Now although these crows may look a little different, a common feature that all crows share is their will and desire to get rid of germs and diseases. They do this by feeding on roadkill and picking up after the garbage that we as humans leave behind. Now this makes crows incredibly intelligent beings as they're not only able to protect us humans, but they're also protecting other species as well. African Land Safari took the initiative to ensure biodegradable straws, replace our plastic bags with paper ones, and finally, the benches you'll come across here on Safari are made from recycled milk jugs. Now an easy way we can all do our part in keeping our planet nice and tidy is through recycling so that all of us can coexist in a cleaner environment. I like to say if a crow can do it, so can you. He's done an excellent job for us today. Alright, now for our next bird, you may recognize it from a very popular children's cereal. Does anyone want to take a guess of what our next bird might be? That's
Wow.
right, a toucan. So coming on in is our swing our
I can't see. Hi, Birdie.
Agora vamos ver as outras espécies de
Essa é
papagaios.
Scarlet. Scarlet Fall. Military.
Mãe.
Esse aqui é
Ai, meu Deus,
Cacatua.
essa pode?
cacatua branca.
Mãe. Essa cor é raro? É raro?
Essa aqui também é o mesmo?
Oh, não, ainda parece.
É, cacatua.
Não, olha aí. Umbrella cacatua.
É o
Isso
nome
bom,
dela.
não?
O nome.
Oh.
Essa é cacatua alba e é...
Mãe, sacanagem é raro?
Não.
Por que eles não têm?
Você corre mais rápido que ela.
Eu só vi mais.
Aquela ali tá andando rapidinho.
Pode levar over 100 years.
Ela veio de
100 years. Diet.
Não é limo, não.
É lima.
Mosquito monkey.
Squirrel monkey. Oh, meu Deus! That's to me! Eu vou pegar isso de souvenir.
Olha, vamos passar debaixo do...
Aqui a gente vai ver os
daquele-
elefantes.
dessa aguinha aí pra
Essa
refrescar.
parte aqui.
Finally! Põe na câmera, mostra para os fãs seus, eles vão adorar o banho.
Vamos passar por refresh.
Vamos! 3, 2, 1.
Gente, que delícia, tá geladinho. É só um vaporzinho.
Oh, mãe, você ficou minha perna!
É, não. Ah, o trenzinho ainda tá rodando, ó.
O cobras! Ah, não, isso é os onde que tem os snacks.
Snake's presentation.
Ah, não, nós já vimos pássaros 2 vezes.
Agora tem. Então nós vamos ali, ó, e você atirar na volta.
Vamos lá,
Depois,
vamos ver o outro. Dá tempo da gente ir lá
Sophia, we get to go to the elephants and then the snake.
e ver a apresentação das cobras.
Mãe.
Aqui seriam os flamingos, mas cadê ele? Cadê os flamingos?
A Sophia espera, ela pode vai conseguir pegar você e dar um chute no você.
Vamos ver os elephants.
Ele só vai deixar você com o nariz dele. Ai, eu vou ficar assim.
Não via mais.
Stop close, mommy. Sorry, here. Papa, I just want to jump
Ah, tadinho. Ela teve elefante que você consegue mexer. É que essa tipo de areia é igual batatas? Eu vou querer testar. Tá vendo, mamãe? Comida, elephant tail.
Eu achei o espaço dele bem pequeno. Achei o espaço dele pequeno. Pelo tamanho dele, né? Em vista dos outros animais que tem um espaço maior.
Os animais pequenos pegam. Os animais pequenos. Pai, isso é muito. O animal pequeno pega um lugar grande.
Chegamos no fim do passeio no safari. Agradeço a todos vocês por terem assistido até aqui. Não se esqueça de se inscrever no nosso canal para obter a nossa meta.